manager named Jeff, taking with her the steady salary from her publishing job that, until the divorce, had been paying their bills. That's when Bennett decided to move into the studio at the end of the garden and rent out the family home on AirBed. He doesn't think his superhost status would impress Eliza. Almost nothing impressed her. He wishes someone would write, "Bennett has a beautiful home. He was the perfect host. No, the perfect man. Exciting, interesting, and handsome in equal measure. He would make an excellent husband. I even bought several of his paintings because I believe they are the pinnacle of contemporary art." No such luck yet. As he rounds the corner from the bedroom to the hallway, hip-hop is quietly thumping in the distance from the other side of the house. He carries the big wad of sheets down the wide staircase, careful to peer ahead of him from the side of the load. As he walks through the large, open-plan living space, the music grows louder. Bennett sings along confidently, although he can't quite bring himself to rap the lyrics. Instead, the words always come out melodically, each one dragging on a millisecond longer than it should. He discovered rap music around the same time he started letting the house, around the same time Eliza moved out. Though unable to name a single song, she claimed to hate hip-hop. On the night he discovered the rapper Russo, he'd been out to dinner with his daughter. They were at some trendy Shoreditch restaurant, the kind of place that claims to sell street food but in the comfort of the indoors. The music was, of course, too loud. He knew that even without Eliza there to point it out. He had to shout to be heard, which was difficult considering the task at hand was explaining to Mia why her mother had just fucked off to New York. At one point, Mia, needing to collect herself, went to the ladies' room. He hated the idea of his daughter crying alone in a stall, but he sat patiently, fighting the urge to follow her into the women's loo and check on her. At the time, he was one of the few people on Earth for whom the mobile phone wasn't an obvious distraction. Why pull out your phone unless you needed to make a phone call? Instead, in need of entertainment, he started listening intently to the restaurant's music. Taskmaster burst the bionic zit splitter. Breakneck speed, we drown 10 pints of bitter. We lean all day, and some say that ain't productive. But that depends upon the demons that you're stuck with. He had no idea what a bionic zit splitter was. He still doesn't. But something about how we lean all day and the demons that you're stuck with resonated. "I can't stand still with you anymore," Eliza had said 2 weeks previously. Divorce papers had since been served. He was now doing his best to explain to his then 18-year-old daughter something even he couldn't understand himself. Had he been standing still for the last 20 years and not realized it? Their whole marriage, he thought he was being reliable, a good father and husband. That's what women wanted, right? Reliability? Wait, he should be asking women what they want, not assuming. Eliza was forever pointing that out. His own father was anything but reliable. Well, that's not strictly true. He was reliably drunk all the time, a miserable man who was only happy when he was listing all the ways you'd wronged him. Bennett was happy, or so he thought. He loved being an artist. He loved Eliza and Mia with all his heart. Why not stand still? Where else would he want to go? Eliza thought he was stuck. The demons that you're stuck with. What were these demons that destroyed his marriage, and why hadn't he noticed them? This was what he was pondering when Mia returned to the table. "What is this song?" he asked her. A die-hard Father John Misty fan, she just shrugged in ignorance as she sat down. "Excuse me?" Bennett stopped a server moving quickly by with a plate of Mexican grilled corn cobs. "Can you tell me what this song is?" Mia, embarrassed, put her face in her hands. "Roots maneuver. Witness," the girl said, her tone implying, duh. Bennett pulled out the little black notebook he kept in his blazer pocket and wrote down Roots Maneuver, Witness. He had no idea which was the artist and which was the song title, but he'd figure that out later on Google. At the end of the night, Mia burst into tears as they hugged goodnight. Though she'd only moved away from home the previous month, she told him she'd move back to keep him company.